So the German government has started a new legislation process to make skilled labor immigration easier to Germany. It has many levels of engagement, but I think the German government has understood that due to the demographic situation in Germany and due to the growing economy, there is an urgent need of more skilled labor in Germany. And I think when we say skilled labor, it covers a broad range of skilled labor. So craft also is skilled labor for us. The Chancellor has met in Bangalore two masons who are about to come to Germany, two very well German speaking, I must say, masons. And that shows that we also on this level we need skilled labor. And India is for us a very interesting market, if I may say that in that word, because the Indian government is also very positive about skilled labor migration. So it's a win-win situation for both. And that the Chancellor, when he was here, he made that very clear, and that we hoped for more Indian skilled labor migration. So there are different levels. One is an Indian man or woman gets a contract with a German company over a certain time with a certain salary. Now these cases are easily solved. They get their visa in very, very few weeks. It's a very, very short time. So that's and I think on this visa, which we call a blue card, we have about, I say that with all caution because statistics are not entirely precise here, but we have about 21,000 Indians on this blue card visa in Germany. But there are also other possibilities, and one of them is the question, that you start a study in Germany. You go to a university, and after you finish your degree, you then enter the labor market. That's very supported, very much supported by the German government. Not least because, once you have a German degree, you have, gone through German education system, it is easier to integrate you in the local labor market. Now, we have about 35,000 Indian students in Germany. That's a huge number. And right now, this very moment, since January 2023, we have, or I think it's December 22, but let's say in the last 3 months, we have on our table 18,000 new applications. So that shows two things. There is, a willingness, preparedness for Indian students to come to Germany. That's great. Yeah? We are very happy about it. It shows that our school system, our university system is popular and is valued and appreciated. It shows that many Indians also look for new job opportunities outside India. That's also great because we need them. So we are very happy to have them. But it is a huge number. And that overwhelms us a bit. I have to be very honest with you here. It's not something that we can deal with lightly. So we have now introduced an academic assessment center. So those students who want to come to Germany need to get through the center in order to validate their degrees. And I be, again, very honest with you, why did we do it? Because we had 10 to 15% fraud. So CVs, degrees that were not real. And we need to, and I think everybody understands that, we need to eliminate this fraud. We need to make sure that only those who really have the qualification to come to Germany really go there. And that's why we have this assessment center. Now with 18,000 applications, you can imagine, it's not easy to come forward. And at this stage, I have to say, many Indian universities cooperate, but some do not. So what we need is amongst other things, is a final confirmation by the university that this woman, this man has indeed finished the degree as proved or as shown by him or her to the APS. And some universities are quick and say yes, no, but some don't react. So that slows down the process for some people. And I understand to a certain extent that people are frustrated when you see on social media, you feel there is a lot of frustration, a lot of anger because it takes a lot of time. But you have to understand, and I ask for a little patience here, we have to cope with this number, and we have to see that universities are also collaborating. If they don't, that the time will last. It will last for quite a while. Now, I have to say, at this moment, everybody who wants to go to Germany, once you get a visa for Germany as a student, it's a visa that takes you there for a long time, a couple of years. So this visa needs thorough preparation. It can't be done in 2 weeks. It can't be done. So you need, in any case, you need to prepare for a couple of months procedure. Now the waiting list now is too long. I see that, and we have to reduce the waiting list. But whenever you want to go to Germany, to go to university in Germany, please calculate a couple of months preparation for that. It's not going to happen in two weeks. So I see basically with this number of applications that is growing by the day, I see Indian students being by far the largest non-European student groups in Germany very soon. And I think I can say in all honesty that we are very happy about it. I think universities are very, very happy about their Indian students. They want Indian students. They see that they are really good learners. They are excelling in their subject. So it's a very good group that we attract, and we are very happy about the whole context right now. We have the little negative effect that it takes longer than we want it to take, but we are working on it, and we hope that we will solve the case. Anyhow, prepare for a couple of months preparatory work. A student says, I have done this degree at that and that university. So we have to check on very many levels, but one check is, and an important one is that true? So what we do is we'll go back to the Indian university and we ask them, Rajkumar Singh says he has a degree in mechanical engineering from your institute. Is that true or not? So some universities react in a week's time and say yes, mostly yes, by the way, but some of them say, I mean, we do detect some fraud. So that's fine, then we can proceed. But some don't react at all because it's too much work, they don't feel that they are obliged to work. Some of them, for example, Delhi University also asks for a fee. Now, that's not our business, it's their business. If they ask for a fee, the students have to pay that fee. But if they do and then come up with a result, that's fine. But some of them don't react at all. And we have to make sure that those students who come from the universities that don't react, that they know that their universities don't react. They must know, because if the universities don't react, it's not our problem, but we can't proceed with the. Our law says that after you finish your degree, you have 12 months, you get a permission of staying in Germany for 12 months, and in these 12 months you have ample time to find a job. Now let me tell you that everyone who really is looking for a job gets a job. So the 12 months is ample time. And what I see, this is anecdotal or empirical evidence, all the students I meet here, they have jobs in Germany right now, and many of them want that. And I think what is the good thing about this time, degree, and then you have time to look for a job, and then job is what we would say is called circular migration. So let's say a young engineer stays 5-6 years in Germany and gathers a lot of experience with a good German mechanical company. Then he goes back to India because he wants to go home. With this experience, he will find a good job in India, and he will be paid a good salary, and then that's exactly, what India needs and what Germany needs. So I think there is a very, very good, it's as I said before, it's a win-win situation. So as I said, once you get a contract over a certain time and with a certain salary, there is a ceiling, or the salary, or not the ceiling, but there is a required amount of salary. That's not a problem. But what on the side or next to this, there is a clear sort of outreach from many German states, who are looking for caretakers, for nurses, but also for crafts people who get through training. That will focus, really focused, will be focusing on certain groups, like in Kerala we have this nurses program, but I think we will be seeing broader and broader engagement from Germany. So the German companies will come, they will look for Indian workers, there will be, also politicians from states that come, and I will say that this is also not completely easy, but my perspective, or I would foresee more and more chapters or more and more professions that are needed in Germany, and people come for that. So, for example, I mean, there's this nice example. I think 12 people from the south are now in a butcher training in South Germany also. So that's completely new, no? I mean, 12 Indian young men come to the Black Forest and getting a butcher training there. So, And as I told you, the Chancellor met two masons who will go to Germany, who just underwent a German training, and their German is quite impressive, I must say, and they go to German as craftspeople. You know, craftsmen in Germany are highly regarded. You get a very decent training and you get a very decent salary. So masonry, butchers, bakers, these are all carpenters, these are all professions that have a very, very good social role in Germany. I think we have become better. So this is, of course, Schengen visa has nothing to do with it's tourism or business or something. So we have become better. Now we have increased our staff really quite remarkably, and we will continue to increase it. Again, we are a little overwhelmed by numbers. You know, we had the last 3 months of 2022, we had the same amount of visa applications like during a whole year before that, and that had to do with COVID, and you know the story behind it. And I expect this year the numbers of Schengen visa seekers to increase considerably. But we are prepared for that. I'm very happy to say that on the Schengen field, things are really showing that we are walking in the right direction. Still, things are sometimes taking too much of a time, but I think there we will be improving very soon. But you know, all improvement evaporates when you have a doubling of numbers all of a sudden, you know. And you see my fellow colleagues here, like, you know, Australia or Canada or the US, where you know, they have a much bigger lot to cope with, and they have big problems. So I see under the current circumstances we will get better, but I see also an increase in numbers, and that will have, as a consequence, problems for us again. So we have about Indian diaspora, about 200,000 plus, 2 lakh plus Indians in Germany. So it's not a very big diaspora when you compare to Turkish people or Syrians or Afghans or something. There are more of them in Germany. But I think the number is growing. It is now clear already that the Indian diaspora in Germany is particularly successful when it comes to you know, salary, when it comes to occupying posts in the higher end of the professional life in Germany. So it is clear that this small group already is very well performing. I will give you one example. The president of the German Academic Exchange Service, a very, very you know, traditional and extremely important institution, is called Mukherjee. He certainly has his. You have interviewed him. He's a professor for English literature, and he's a very, very you know, prominent academic in Germany, and is as highly regarded. And you have many more, you know, successful people. But I think the number will rise with the growing number of Indians in Germany. We are very confident that the Indian diaspora in Germany will make a big difference. I will give you another example. The SAP, the German IT company, has a, you know, state-of-the-art lab in Bangalore. 5,000 IT engineers. It's a fantastic place. We went to see it with the Chancellor. We had the most you know, convincing round trip. We had a tour across the premises, and it was really quite great. So the lady who is the boss, Sindhu, she was for 15 years in Germany. She has a house in Frankfurt, and she, you know, goes up and down. So she's a very, very, you know, prominent leadership member of SAP, and she goes between India back and forth, and that's how we expect things to be at some stage. So I'm very positive about Indian migration to Germany, and I would ask all Indian friends who want to go to Germany to encourage them to do so, but come with a little patience. we have to do the needful, and the proceedings are sometimes bureaucratic, but it takes a little while, but we are very glad that the interest is so big.